A tier. Guys, we're about to enter a tier 0 format. Let's begin. What's going on, YouTube? Your boy Sam from Team Zamrex. When you're happy Sunday, guys, it's Sunday fun day. Today I'm coming to you guys with a powerful Spright deck profile. Guys, we're about to enter a tier 0 format, and I need to inform you guys on what this deck does, showcase you guys what I'll be playing for the next format. This deck is absolutely insane. And yeah, also before I get started, huge shout out to my boy Nesh. Nesh literally gave me the recipe to the perfect Spright deck list. If you guys are looking for, coaching or wanting to get better at Yu-Gi-Oh, become like Pac, become like Jesse Button, become like Steven. If you guys want to win in Yu-Gi-Oh, you guys gotta play this deck. And guys, on Thursday I've dropped the brand new Shiny Neil's Invasion playmat. If you guys haven't gone yet, make sure you guys get a link down below at tx1.com. Spright is about to ruin your entire life, and Spright is going to take over Yu-Gi-Oh TCG. Welcome to a tier 0 format. All right, guys, start with the monster. Quick, gonna play, of course, 3 copies of the brand new Spright Blue. This card right here is absolutely phenomenal. If you control a level or rank 2 monster, you can special summon this card from your hand, and whenever this card is special summoned, you basically get to search a Spright monster directly from your deck to your hand. So this card right here is an absolute 3 of 100,000% any Spright based deck. Next off, you're gonna play, of course, triple copies of Spright Jet. This card is amazing as well. Usually after Blue is summoned, you're gonna search Jet directly from the deck to the hand. And what Jet does is that once Jet is special summoned, you basically get to search Spright spell or trap card directly from your deck to your hand. So you want to maximize yourself on actually playing 3 blue and also 3 Jet. Next off, of course, for the one-ofs, I play 1 copy of Spright Red and 1 copy of Spright Carrot. A lot of people play 2 and 0 carrots or 2 and 1. It's all up to personal preference on what you want to play, but I feel like 1 and 1 is good enough. Spright Red right here is a monster negate, and Spright Carrot is also a spawn trap card negate. But the reason why these 2 cards are in the deck is because there's still additional level 2 extenders, which helps you get access to gigantic Spright. So you still got to play 1 of each copy of Spright Red. Usually people play 2 red and 0 carrot, but I like to have the option of actually searching for a spell negate or the option of searching a monster negate. So it's all up to personal preference, but I feel like the 1-on-1 ratio just works perfectly for me. Next off, for the Spright spells, we're gonna play, of course, triple copies of Spright Starter. This card is amazing. One of the most broken cards I've ever seen in the game. It's essentially like Zodiac Barrage. I truly believe this card is gonna get banned one day, to be honest. Like, this card is so powerful. 1 card is all it takes to end on 3-4 interruptions with this deck. Like, this deck is a tier 0, man. Each time I talk about this card, like, I get goosebumps because, like, I don't know who made this card. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Like, you know what I'm saying? 3 Spright Starter, and last but not least, the 1 Spright Smashers to run off for all the Spright spells and the monsters that you're playing in the deck right here. So Smashers is very strong. You banish 1 level 2 rank or link 2 monster you control and 1 card your opponent controls. So this card's amazing. Doesn't target as well. Smashers is really good. Next off, one of the best starter cards in the entire deck, triple copies of Deep Sea Diva. She's a water, which works really well with Swap Frog, and the fact that she can smash another copy of herself, giving you access to either Gigantic, Spright Elf, or even just Tristron Hockey Fiber Axe. It's just absolutely amazing. So I'm gonna showcase you guys a combo with Deep Sea Diva and Spright Blue near the combo tutorial of this video, and you guys will get shocked of how disgusting that combo is. So 3 copies of Diva. Next off, of course, the Frog Engine, triple copies of Swap Frog. Swap is insane. Swap with Diva in this deck is insane because of the crazy functionality that this card has to be able to bounce any card from the field to the hand is absolutely ridiculous. So Swap Frog is absolutely mandatory to play in the deck right here. This card is just so good. One of the best extenders that this game has ever seen, especially in a Spright based deck. And of course, the 1 Ronin Totem and the 1 Dupe Frog right here. So that's pretty much it for the Frog Engine. The Ronin and Dupe, absolutely insane. Next off for your searchers, we're gonna play 3 copies of Pot of Prosperity. I want to see combo every single hand. Like, this deck is not gonna break. I want to make this deck as consistent as possible, so 3 Prosperity works really well. If you already have full combo, opening Prosperity guarantees you digging 6 cards deep into your deck to see the specific hand trap that you want. Next off for your hand trap lineup, I'm playing 3 copies of Dark Rule No More. I feel like this card is absolutely powerful, especially this format. Sprite's gonna be everywhere. Terramit's gonna be everywhere. Adventure's still gonna be the thing. Dark Rule No More just takes care of all those matchups immediately. You can play 3 other hand traps in substitution of Dark Rule No More, but I feel like having that utility to just be able to have a 1 card activate, negate everything, and just help break boards going second is absolutely mandatory in this format, in my personal opinion. So you guys can choose between droplets or this, but I feel like Dark Rule No More is just a way better card without having to use more resources than it needs to be, right? So Dark Rule No More is just absolutely amazing. So, you have so many cards going second. Got triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. So that's 6 utility cards while going second, which is really good. Next, you got 9, which is 3 copies of Effect Veiler. Really great 9 cards to help you combat going second and going first while you have combo. Having 2 hand traps to back up your combo, you just guarantee victory from there on in, right? So triple copies of Veiler, so that's 9. Next, of course, we got 12 with triple copies of Impermanence. Absolutely insane to basically negate everything. And this is how Yu-Gi-Oh's been, guys. It's crazy, man. It's very embarrassing. But and next, triple copies of DD Crow. We're playing a total of 15 cards while going second. Your engine is very small, and you have 15 cards. Like, half your deck is hand traps, and half your deck is just engine. So you want to maximize yourself and actually have increasing the chance of seeing 2 hand traps every single time. And with 15 hand traps in a deck, you know, in a 40-card deck right here, the percentage of seeing 2 hand traps in a game is like 40-something or maybe 50% of drawing 2 hand traps every game. It's just absolutely ridiculous. So triple Crow, that gives you a total of 15 cards going second. Last but not least, for utility, you'll play Call by the Grave to counter the hand traps, and of course the 1 Monster Reborn just for additional extenders, right? Which is absolutely phenomenal. So that's pretty much for the main deck. Let's go on into your extra deck right here. For your extra deck, start off with, of course, 2 copies of Spright Elf. Elf is absolutely phenomenal. It's a Monster Reborn, best follow-up card in the game alongside Gigantic Spright, which is absolutely amazing. So Spright Elf is ridiculous. This whole deck is just really unfair. Next, of course, double copies of Gigantic Spright. This card is really good. Helps play around the Bureau, which is really good. And it specializes any level 2 monster directly from the deck, which is insane. And, you know, Pole Side deck, this card becomes 3,200. So you can easily use Deck Devi with Gigantic Spright to just eliminate your opponent right there and then, right? So Gigantic is just insane. Best follow-up. Totally awesome. Only 1 copy is all you need. I feel like this card might get banned soon. Who knows? But, yeah. Totally awesome. This is very, very nice. You end on the board with Toad. Double negate with, of course, Spright Elf. Resetting multiple cards. Stealing your opponent's cards. Absolutely insane. So Toad is very nice. Next, of course, Zeus. Omniboru, Soul Sweeper. This card is a Farfall Banishes, which is really great. Number 65, the Djinn Buster. It's Monster Negate, which is absolutely amazing. And last but not least, accompany Zeus. You play, of course, a Downer Magician. Just help you combat going second, right? So this engine right here is just really, really great. Next off your links, the 1 Amirage, which is really good. Helps Swap Frog, becomes a 1-card combo. IP Masquerena and Hauka Fibrax. Hauka Fibrax has an amazing use in this deck, which I'll blow your entire minds with once I get to the combo segment of the video. But this card is absolutely insane. So Amirage, IP, Hauk, very, very good. And of course, the big guns, of course, Unicorn, Avermax, and last but not least, the 1 Axis Code. Turn off for all the cards you're playing in the extra deck. So that's pretty much for the main deck, guys. I'm gonna showcase you guys 2 bread and butter combos that you must know when it comes to playing this deck. And this deck is just unfair, guys. You guys are about to witness the craziest thing in your entire life. Let's begin. Alright, guys, welcome to the combo tutorial for Spright right here. This deck is absolutely insane. I'm gonna showcase you guys 2 important combos that you guys must know when it comes to playing this deck right here. So first is Spright Starter. This card is a 1-card combo, which is absolutely ridiculous, man. I don't even know where to begin, bro. This deck is just absolutely stupid, man. You don't understand. So I'm gonna showcase you guys a combo right now. So first and foremost, we're gonna activate Spright Starter. Activates effect to special summon Spright Blue directly from the deck. Once Blue is summoned, you can activate Blue's effect to search Spright Jet. And now, since you control level 2 monster on the field, you get a special summon Spright Jet from your hand. This card gets active effect to search Spright Smashers directly from the deck to hand. This card right here is going to be used as an interruption for your opponent's turn to basically banish 1 level rank link 2 monster you control and 1 card your opponent controls. So this card is a really good interruption right here. And obviously, now you're going to use these 2 right here. You're going to exceed these into Gigantic Spright. You can activate Gigantic Spright's effect to detach material. You're going to special summon Swap Frog directly from the deck. Once Swap Frog is special summon, you can activate Swap's effect to dump Ronin Toad into the grave. Now you can activate Swap's effect to bounce itself back to hand, which is really good since you haven't normal summon yet. Normal summon Swap Frog, activate Frog's effect to dump another Swap to the graveyard, which is amazing. Now you get to banish the Swap Frog to activate Ronin Toad's effect, special Ronin Toad. And I'm going to use these 2 cards, link these 2 to the graveyard to special summon Spright Elf, activate Elf's effect, arrive back Swap Frog from the grave. Now what you can do next is you can activate Swap Frog's effect. You want to special summon again, dump the 3rd Swap Frog to the graveyard. Now what's going to happen next is you're going to banish the 3rd Swap Frog to special summon Ronin Toad from the grave. Now using these 2 cards right here, you're going to make totally awesome, which is absolutely insane. So this is off 1 card, by the way, which is ridiculous. So right here, you only have 2 interruptions, 1 negate out totally, and 1 smashers. But when you pass your turn to your opponent, during their standby phase, you get to activate Spright Elf's effect to special summon Doofrog directly from the deck to the zone Spright Elf points to. And remember, your opponent cannot attack anything else other than Doofrog right here, which is absolutely ridiculous. Totally awesome, and Doofrog cannot be targeted, so your opponent cannot imperm these cards right here, which is insane. You have Spright Smashers right here, which pops a card, which is ridiculous. Totally awesome. Negate something to reset the cards. Also, at the same time, Spright Elf, once totally awesome, gets sent to the graveyard. You basically get to use Spright Elf's effect to revive it back again. So you have 2 interruptions with Totally Awesome, 1 interruption with Smashers, and also kind of an interruption where your opponent cannot attack anything else but the Doofrog. So it's kind of like 4 interruptions off just 1 card. And the next turn, the follow-up is insane because you got, you know, Spright Elf arriving cards from the graveyard. But if you use Spright Smasher, obviously that won't happen. But you got Gigantic Spright, right? Which is insane because Gigantic Spright can literally special summon, of course, blue, and then you special summon Jet directly from the deck. And then literally the follow-ups are just absolutely insane. And also at the same time, this board plays around the Biru. This is the 1-card bread and butter combo, which you guys must know when it comes to playing this deck. Let's go on next to the 2-card combo you guys can play in this deck right here. All right, guys, the next combo that I'm about to showcase you guys is probably one of the most craziest combos you guys can ever do when it comes to utilizing this deck right here. Guys, this deck is stupid, man. I'm not even gonna cap. This deck is just okay. I'm gonna showcase you guys this deck. Normal summon Deep Sea Diva, activate Diva's effect. You're gonna special summon Deep Sea Diva directly from the deck. Now you're gonna special summon Spright Blue from your hand, activate Spright Blue's effect. You're gonna search Spright Jet directly from your deck to your hand. Not using Diva, okay, send these 2 cards to the graveyard. You're gonna link summon into your Crystron Hockey Fibrax, activate Hockey Fibrax effect. You're gonna special summon Ash Blossom directly from the deck. So you're probably wondering, Sam, why the heck are you summoning Ash Blossom? Like, this is weird. Are you gonna make, you know, a level 5 synchro? Well, let me show you. Now, since you control a level 2 monster, you get to special summon Spright Jet from your hand and activate Spright Jet's ability right here to search Spright Starter directly from your deck to your hand. So you search that. And now what you're gonna do is that you're gonna use these 2 right here, overlay, of course, summon Gigantic Spright, activate Gigantic Spright's effect, detach a material, special summon Swap Frog directly from the deck, activate Swap's effect. You are gonna dump your Ronin Toad into the graveyard, which is absolutely phenomenal. This is your setup. Now what you're gonna do is like absolutely absurd. You're gonna activate Swap Frog's effect to bounce the Ash Blossom. Guys, you just search Ash directly from the deck to the hand. If that's not problematic, I don't know what the heck that is, man. Like, you just added Ash directly from your deck to your hand. Guys, this is unfair, bro. This is not fair. Now what you do next is that Crystron Hawk and of course your Swap Frog into Gigantic into Spright Elf. I can activate Elf's effect, special summon Swap, activate Swap's effect to dump another Swap to the graveyard, which is really insane. Now you're gonna banish the Swap to summon, of course, Ronin Toad. Now what you're gonna do next is that you're gonna overlay these 2 right here into Totally Awesome, okay, into Totally Awesome. And now what you're gonna do is that you're gonna activate your Spright Starter, okay. You're gonna special summon, of course, Spright Carrot directly from the deck using these 2, okay. Summon Carrot from the deck, and now using these 2, you're gonna make IP Masquerena right here. So this is your end board with just 2 cards. So you literally just added Ash Blossom directly from your deck to your hand, so you have an additional hand trap in your hand. Remember, you're playing like 15 hand traps or 15 cards to help combat your opponent while going second, which is insane. And also, it's really good going first too, so you can just have these interruptions with a bunch of hand traps in hand. So imagine those 3 other cards are just additional hand traps. Like, this on the board already is literally so it's 2 interruptions. It's totally awesome because it's 2 negates. It's Spright Elf, IP Masquerena interruption as well. And during your opponent's turn, you get to special summon Doofrog directly from the deck, which is really good. IP Masquerena, which is also another interruption, help you go into Unicorn or your Avermax, which is amazing. You also have an interruption with Ash Blossom right here as well. So this is literally your end board, guys, with just 2 cards. You still have 3 other cards in your hand. It doesn't matter what cards they are, but this deck is just insane, guys. I don't know what to further say. Like, one of the most broken decks I've ever seen in my entire life. The fact that you're able to just like search a hand trap in this deck, like, what the heck? I just searched Ash. You know what I'm saying? Like, that should not be allowed. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, guys, pretty much for the deck, guys. 2 bread and butter combos that you guys must know in the deck right here, and this is the best deck I've ever seen in my entire life. So yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts about this deck in the comments below, and yeah, welcome to a tier 0 meta. All right, guys, peace.